Hello and welcome back to the Windows 95 guy. Today is the 30th anniversary of Windows 95. So what are we going to do? In the internet age, we're going to go on the internet. We're going to see how usable it is. So let's get into it. So here we have a new computer to the channel. This is the Ability Pentium. It's a Pentium computer, obviously. Has a turbo button, which is very interesting for a Pentium to have. And it's got dual floppy, no CD, nothing else. And as you can tell, the display doesn't change when you press the turbo button. Don't know why. It's kind of weird. It's got dual hard drives on the inside. They're both Western Digitals. This computer came from a automotive place. I don't remember if it was Ford or what, but it has AutoCAD on it from 1997. Let's see what else it's got. Pretty much just AutoCAD and WinZip for some reason. There's only two programs on this hard drive. Now the other hard drive, I have no idea. It's currently suffering from a dead clock chip, the battery anyway, so it doesn't read this floppy because the BIOS is stuck only on this one, and it only reads one of the hard drives because the second hard drive it won't read either. It's something to do with when you have to restart the computer after its setup is done in the BIOS, it resets everything back to default. So, I mean, it does work. It's just missing half of what it could do. But I do have a clock chip. It's right here. I got it from the eBay. But this video is going to be about the Windows 95 30th anniversary, which is a pretty big deal, given this was one of the biggest operating systems to come out at the time. Still, in my opinion, is a very influential and important operating system. Now, I've already pre-installed Opera 9.64. I think that's what version this is. But I will go through how to get on the internet if you don't know how. So the first thing you want to do is go to Control Panel. Let me make these bigger so you can see them better. Go to Network. Now, what you're going to need is something called TCP. Now I've already added it, but you want to have either the IP address assigned automatically, or you can specify it yourself. I keep it automatic. I'll just flip through the settings so you can see what I have. You don't need a DNS, but if you wanted one, that would be for connecting to like another computer. You have the host name here and then the domain, but I'm not using that. No NetBIOS, nothing for advanced, and I have client for Microsoft Networks and file sharing for Microsoft Networks. Now that is optional. I just have that for connecting other computers to this one. And then that should be it. And of course this Browse Master enabled, element on, yes. That's for if you're going to have another computer connect to this. You want to have the file and printer sharing on, and that's also here too. Give access to your files and allow it to print to your printer. That's optional as well, but I just have that on because I have a printer that's pretty old and I would like to be able to just use this computer to print to it from here. I haven't tried it yet, but it might be possible. I'm just going to close that out. sometimes you'll get this error here saying that the file copy is older than what's currently on there, and you just press, you want to keep the file, and then it'll be fine. And then I'm not going to restart the computer because I don't need to, because I didn't change anything, but it just does that pretty much every time you go into that setting in the control panel. And then that is about it for getting on the line. And then from there, getting a version of a browser on that is at least new enough to do anything. That is why I had the other computer connect to it. So I had made another folder on here, which I thought was on my desktop, but I guess not. But I made the C drive shareable, and I also made in the I gotta figure out where it's at, profiles, and then my profile. Then I made a download folder that's also shareable. So you want to have shareable folders if you're gonna put any sort of programs on here that are too big for floppy. So just click on Opera here. The Opera install is pretty straightforward too. You just download it onto the hard drive of your computer, and then it's just going to install from there. And of course it's going to error because that was the last thing that I was looking up on here. I was trying to get on archive.com. We'll go home. Approve. This may not work either. I didn't realize my home page is Opera. But if it does, that'd be interesting. Oh, it does. You can see it looks very cryptic and old, but you can still use a browser. Let's see what version this is. I'm pretty sure it's 9.64. Yep, 9.64. Java not installed. I want to get Java on here, but I haven't been able to get that going yet. I'm honestly surprised this can even get on the internet and like browse, because this thing's only got .com. Oops. I wonder if I can adjust that. Yeah. It's only got, I think, 64 megabytes of RAM, this computer, so it's pretty crazy. You can even do anything, and it's somewhat fast from the internet. Yeah, let's see. Windows. Of course, my scroll wheel doesn't work on my mouse. Of course, it brings up Windows95 man. He's my competitor on the internet. And nothing about me, apparently. Windows95 guy. Website. Let's try that. Man. This computer has a problem with this graphics card. It won't detect, so that's why I'm stuck at 640 to 480 and 16 colors. That's crazy. Nothing. Nothing about me. That's kind of sad. Let's try Productions. There we go. So we got YouTube. Cities to see if that works. Nope. That's crazy because that's an old, really old website as well that I use. That's my other channel. Actually, not really my channel, but my friend's channel. That's so sad. What about got here? Oh look, there's my Windows95.AngelFire. See if the AngelFire website will work. Loading. isn't a very like big website either, so I don't know why it's taking so long to load. I do, however, want to see what processor and the RAM is at. Let's see, allocated memory is a free memory. Processor's pegged right now. That's crazy. Let's do free memory. It's like the memory is also maxed. So that's what it looks like on Windows 95. If you're trying to get on the internet, your memory is going to be maxed out, and it looks like the processor is going to be throttling. Let's see what's going on back here. 33. There's still more loading, and it hasn't even let me scroll. I'm just going to close it out. Let's see what the difference is now. The memories went down considerably. Computer's a lot happier now that we're not on the internet. So that is what it looks like to be on the internet in 2025 on Windows 95. The experience is not great. You can't do much with it. It's unfortunate. But if you're somehow able to get a newer version of web browser than something that came out in 2006, you're lucky. You're very lucky. I don't know how you did it, and if you are able to get something better than Opera 9.64 or Opera 10, because Opera 10 also does work, but it's like even more unresponsive than 9.6. If you're able to get some sort of a browser to work with Windows 95, put it in the comments, because I'm curious to see like what else you can do. Because from my experience, there isn't much you can do on the internet with Windows 95 anymore. It's still good for gaming, it's still good for like basic on the computer stuff, but anything involving the internet, if you're trying to web browse, it's not pretty. Hope you enjoyed this video, and eventually there'll be some more.